and welcome to Yeah, We Read It. I am your host, Meggie,
I'm also your host. My name is Laura.
and we are on book 5 of Cassandra Clare's Mortal Instruments series, The City of Lost Souls. In some way, I would say that Laura and I have lost our souls reading this book because
Yeah.
I learned the depths of things, particularly incest, that I don't actually know if I ever needed to have my eyes open to.
No, we said it before and we'll say it again. This is a spoiler for this episode. Incest is coming back, y'all.
Oh, guys,
And
incest is so in again.
it's crazy that we were like, we finally got rid of it after 3 fucking books, and it was like, and what if I just like sprinkle some in here again? It's like, don't.
Yeah,
There's so many other plots to do.
I know.
Um,
It's
that's crazy.
it's a crazy, and I will give a disclaimer for this episode. Laura and I discussed it beforehand. It's the thread of it is so sporadic that our notes might not align. So this might be a clunky episode, or it might
I think it's
flow
gonna work. We made
naturally.
it work so well before, Maggie. I really think we have this. I think we can do it.
You're so right. And if you guys remember, I didn't. That book 4 is the last book that we did read. The things that
And sequentially, we're on book 5 now.
It's so funny. So we recorded what 7 days ago, and Laura had to remind me the entire plot of book 4.
Yeah.
It felt like I
Yeah,
had a
where we
brain
left
injury. I
off
don't
was
remember what happened.
Yeah, where we left off was Lilith was introduced in the last 100 pages as the villain, and Jace was going to bring Simon back, or not so Simon, Sebastian back. I thought Sebastian was supposed to become a vampire. He doesn't. And then they just kind of disappear at the end after Lilith dies. So Jace and Sebastian are gone. Like, that's how the last book ends.
Yeah, I wonder if it's that vampire law where they have to drink their maker's blood
I
to
don't-
finish the cycle, but unclear.
Could unclear at best. But let's start with our favorite little vampire, Simon, who's still a vampire, and his mom has forgotten the influence that he put on her, that he lied to her and said he wasn't a vampire, and she's put a star of David on the door so he can't come home because that wards him off.
Oh yeah, she's gone full Carrie's mom and Stephen King's Carrie. She's not having it.
No.
Jace, meanwhile, is missing, and that's kind of the central plot of what's going on.
He's lost, if
He's
you
lost.
will.
A soul that's lost.
A soul that's lost. If
Frank
you will.
Ocean's lost. And the Clave is giving up looking for him because it's been about 3 weeks. And to be honest, they're kind of bored. They're kind of tired.
It's
They don't
kind
want
of
to
like, they're
do
like,
it.
he's a teenager. Is it really that important? Like, it's so funny that they're like, Alec is basically like, the Clave says they have other stuff to do now, so they're going to stop looking for him.
Yeah, but luckily Alec is Jace's parabody or prima donna or parariah. I don't really know what it is, but it means that they're tied to knowing how the other feels in battle. And Alec is like, I know he's alive. He's just a little off.
Yeah,
Feels
he's
a
like,
little
something's
distant.
different. Can't sense it. And Clary, stubborn as she is, she's like, we're just gonna find Jace ourselves. Let me retrieve my little silver bell that the Sealy Fairy Queen gave me, and I'm gonna go use my favor with her. So she's planning to go do that.
So the phone goes ring-a-ling-a-ling-ling, ring-a-ling-a-ling. I have so many songs that I'm dropping right now. We got Black Eyed Peas, Frank Ocean. She takes a little bell. She rings it. And they go to the Fairy Queen. And basically, Fairy Queen is like, I will help you if you return my father's rings.
Yeah. Also, can we talk about the semantics of the ring not the ring, the fairy bell really quick? Because I really thought like she was going to ring the bell and be like summoned and transported back into like the fairy court, but she rings it and then has to physically go to the fairy door.
It feels like the butler in Clue announcing everyone's there.
It's like, well, what was the point of ringing the bell? Like, why didn't she just go there first and then ring it? Like, it doesn't do anything.
It's when you're like kid and you call your friend and you alert them beforehand, I'm coming over. And then you just go over.
Exactly. But as Maggie said, the queen wants her rings back that are being kept at the Institute. Why? We don't know. We don't know why they're there. We don't know why she wants them back. Meanwhile, Alec is still dating Magnus. People are going through internal conflicts. Jocelyn's like, man, I should have just killed Sebastian when I had the chance, which is a wild thing for a mom to say. I really think she would have the most empathy for him.
When you think about it from his perspective, it's like, oh yeah, Jocelyn kind of is the villain in Sebastian's life. If my mom was trying to kill me, I'd be like, okay, so you never loved me and I was just born a
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah,
There was nothing I did.
I do kind of wish Jocelyn was trying to kill Sebastian more, because I think it'd be interesting and it might make me feel a little bad for Sebastian. It's like, well, that sucks.
So true. But that is some of the other plots that are going on. Clary goes to get the rings from the
Mhm.
Institute, and while she's up in like Hodge's observatory, she overhears and sees Jace and Sebastian on the balcony looking for resurrection books or something, and they are super friendly.
They're being buddy buddy. They're just hanging out. They're looking through the library. It's super strange. And Clary is trying to be very quiet to not suspicious herself. She immediately portals to Simon and Isabel and Alec, and she's like, "Y'all, I just saw Jace at the Institute, and he was acting so chill with Sebastian. So isn't that crazy?"
They all decide they're not going to tell the Clave because he's buddy buddy with Sebastian. They'll probably just kill them, which is not good because that will probably implement them for treason if they're found out.
Yeah.
But they're not going to tell the Clave. And a hooded figure appears to Alec at Magnus's place and says he has a message from Camille for him. So he heads to meet her after this, and she explains that, listen, Alec's whole thing is he is obsessed with being immortal because Magnus Bane is immortal, and Alec is 18 and just can't get over the fact that he had exes before him, I suppose.
Yeah, they haven't even been dating a full year. Like, talk about immortality in a year, my guy.
I know. This is the same thing with Twilight. Why do we have to pull the trigger at 19? That's
Like,
not the love of your life.
go
That
to
person should
college
be in
first.
jail.
Please. Camille is basically going to tell Alec, like, okay, I lied. I don't know how to make you immortal, but I do know how to make Magnus mortal again, so she could take away his immortality. So he's like,
Alec
okay,
is like, his body,
okay.
my choice.
Yeah,
We're
actually,
taking away
though,
his
she's like,
mortality.
dude, he's a warlock. That's actually so fucked up. We're going to get like an F plot here of Jordan and Maya. They're going to go on their journey looking for Jace themselves. Maggie and I, we both agreed we didn't take many notes on the very few scenes of them because they don't really add anything to this story. So do with that what you will.
Honestly, they're just gonna get back together. I said she needs to punish him more because he literally
Like,
A, hit her, and B, turned her into a werewolf, and then they just get back together, I guess.
I really just don't get why we need Jordan and Maya's POV. Like, we met Jordan a book ago and we met Maya like briefly a couple of times. I'm like, they're not main character. Literally at the end of last book, they just didn't even do the main action. They were there and then they were suddenly in another room. So
I think if your boyfriend hits you, you need to punish him for like 5 or 6 years, and then all your friends get mad and they always try to block his number at the party, but you've memorized his number, so you wake up, you turn it back on. You maybe punish him by like setting his dick pic and his
I think on
contact
behalf of
info
the podcast, we should say if your boyfriend hits you, you do not get back together with him whatsoever.
No, don't do that. You don't. Yeah, be stronger than me. And at least I punished him. Okay, Maya, what are we doing over here? So she's, just being crazy, I guess. Jace shows up in Clary's bedroom at night, and I don't know. Do we think he's like sexier? He's got this whole bad boy thing going on now.
Creepy. I don't know. I've never been like he's watching you sleep, how romantic. I've always thought that was creepy as shit. So Clary's dreaming about Jace, and then she wakes up and he's there being like, "Hi, I still love you," which is also insane.
Yeah, so they start making out, and Clary's about to get 2 for the price of 1 because Sebastian is like standing outside her bedroom door listening to them make out.
Yeah, and Jace is like, "Why don't you just come with us?" And he's acting so like nonchalant about all of this. And then they hear Jocelyn
mad about Sebastian's on the outside. He's like, "What can you do? My friend wants to watch."
Yeah. And then And then meanwhile, while Clary's like, "What the heck?" Jocelyn screams because Sebastian has wandered into their living room, I guess just scoping out the place.
He's like, "Wow, this is a beautiful upholstery on the couch."
And Jocelyn does say to Sebastian's face, she should have killed him when he was born, which is so mean. That's so mean. That's awesome.
It's so wild. But they're bound now, so they're gonna go everywhere together. They're all hunky-dory, and Sebastian needs to test Clary to see if she won't rat him out to the clave before he showed up. So he's like, I kind of trust you now. I think that we're
Yeah,
good.
and Jocelyn during this entire exchange decides to stab Sebastian, and then it hurts Jace too. And Clary's like, no, please don't hurt Jace. And Jocelyn's like, literally, why? Sebastian is a demon.
Oh, she is actually thrilled to be killing her daughter's ex-boyfriend because she never, I guess, current boyfriend. She never approved of him. She doesn't like
No.
him.
Yeah, she was too busy being in a coma.
And
And
it
then
goes from 0 to 100 because Luke comes out with a shotgun now that Jason knocks out of his hand, and then somehow Sebastian stabs Luke, and he's gonna heal, but it's really deep because it's demon metal and it embeds basically like shrapnel in his bone. So
yeah,
he's a little fucked.
yeah. So he can't heal it as fast because like the metal inside him just keeps injuring him. Crazy. So Jocelyn says we're gonna leave. Makes sense. And because Cassandra Clare decides Luke isn't going to be a primary character in this book, they're going to take him to the Wolfpack Infirmary, which I shit you not is the name of the place that they're taking him.
I have to admit, I'm so confused because I missed a beat here. He's at the infirmary. Okay, makes sense. He's in the hospital. Then at some point, all the characters start saying, "We got to go talk to Luke at the police station." Is he not healing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense that they're just like, we're gonna run away. Luke's gonna be fine at the Wolfpack Infirmary because that's the place the wolves have.
I wonder what they would call it. Doggy hospital? I can't think of any good names.
Call it the Hotel for Dogs. Who cares?
For dogs.
There's a deep cut for all you book lovers out there.
Hey, all you hotel for dog
I just think it's crazy because it's just like, what? There's just a little doggy hospital? Okay, and we're just finding out about it and it's so normal. Okay, for sure.
I love that. I like to imagine that the front desk is really tall and they have to hop up on their hind legs like dogs would and then wag their tails. They're like, "Hi, we're here to check him in. He has shrapnel."
Yeah, is it just a kennel? Is it just doggy boarding for when you go on vacation? They're gonna go stay with Magnus though. He's got a bunch of extra bedrooms, which in New York City, good for him.
Oh my god, he has 3 guest bedrooms.
That's crazy.
Wait, I'm so sorry. He lives in Greenpoint, which is the richest part of Brooklyn. You go up to Greenpoint, Obama's still president, Avicii's still alive. Nothing bad is happening up there. It's like 2015. It's a riot. The apartments are like $10,000. So anyways, he lives in Greenpoint and he has 3 guest bedrooms.
But this was also like 2012, so things were different back then. Let's be honest. Obama was still president.
That's so
financially though, their apartment was probably $5,000. And Alec is gonna come over and he's like, guys, I can still feel that something's off with Jace. And then a silent brother comes over as well, and they're gonna explain what's going on because I guess Magnus doesn't know. And they're like, so the deal is Sebastian's the primary boy and Jace is the secondary boy acting because of him. You got Alpha and Baby. And then they're like, maybe the Iron Sisters can like think of a weapon that would like kill Jace and not Sebastian, or vice versa, like one of those types of things.
Yeah, and the Iron Sisters are introduced this book, girl equivalent of the brothers, the Silent Brothers. So they're gonna try to figure out if they can forge a weapon that can kill Sebastian, but not Jace.
Yeah.
Clary is really mad at Jocelyn for saying, take a hint, Jace keeps trying to kill you. I don't think you're meant to be together. And also is kind of pissed off that Jocelyn keeps moving her around so evil Jace can't find her. You know, doing good things. Mom's acting out of concern for her daughter.
Yeah.
And Clary just wants to continue to not have sex with this guy that she's been dating. Oh, it says at the end of the book, for 10 weeks. It's been 10 weeks that they have been together.
I do
There's
think
no
this
fucking way.
I'm sorry. The fact that all of this has happened in 10 weeks, like plot-wise as well, is actually baffling. Like we couldn't skip ahead a month at all.
There is at one point I've realized probably a week's gone by in this book, and they say it's 3 days. Like Luke's been in the hospital 3 days, and I was like, no, he's not. It's at least a week.
Nope. It's been 3 days.
I mean, time
So
moves crazy when it's 2012 and you have an apartment in Greenpoint. Yeah.
Clary is debriefing with Simon at Taki's, and she drops that she did in fact get the rings when she was at the Institute, which is a crazy reveal considering we were there with her at the Institute and it was never mentioned that she had the rings. That's a weird scene to not include, but okay. And we basically learned that the fairy rings allow you to walkie-talkie in your minds with the other wearer. So she wears one and Simon wears one. They can talk to each other telepathically.
Simon speaks with Raphael at some point,
Oh,
and
yeah.
feels like it's going to be a buddy cop scenario. Raphael asks Simon to be his bodyguard against Camille, and Simon is not going to protect Raphael. So that could come back later.
Yeah.
It probably won't.
Oh, and not to mention that when Simon says no, Raphael warns of a coming war. He's like, just so you know, the blood war is coming soon. And it's like, what? Okay.
Oh yeah, that's kind of everyone's favorite topic to bring up. You're like, hi, and then they're like, the war is coming soon.
I think this is Cassandra Clare's idea of foreshadowing for the 6th book of just having random characters talk about the pending war.
Yeah, she wanted to let us know that is going to.
She's like, I'm not going to use visions or anything like anything metaphorically. People are literally just going to start talking about this war that's going to happen, and we don't know why they know about it.
We don't know, but I guess they can just sense it if they're down on others. What these rings, though, back to the fairy queen rings that Clary and Simon now have, what they going to do is it is going to work long distance, which rocks. I feel like we got to get Laura and I those. We would be doing bits.
That's the thing. Walkie-talkies can only go a few feet, but these rings can go forever.
And I bet they're posh. I bet they're gold. I bet they're so beautiful.
They're probably gorgeous.
So she's going to wear them into the new dimension to track. Oh, yes, because Sebastian and Jace are traveling interdimensionally.
We haven't gotten there yet, Meggie.
Magnus mentioned that earlier at his house.
He did mention they're traveling interdimensionally.
So they're interdimensionally tracking. Simon's going to wear the other one so they can communicate if things go wrong. And they're just going to throw all of their faith into this.
Yeah.
All their eggs.
They're just going to hope that they can split up and figure it out. Basically, Magnus is going to make Isabel and Jocelyn go to the Iron Sisters, and Clary's just going to wait on the front step of Magnus's. I think she knows that Jace is coming back for her. He does as the sun is rising, and he's like, you have to come with us, and there won't be a way for you to come back. And Clary says, sure, let's do it. And that's what she's going to do.
And if it's not already suspicious, he does that thing again that he's been loving doing since book 4. He kisses her and she passes out. He's just obsessed with making his girlfriend pass out.
Yeah. So she's going to wake up in a mystery location.
Yeah,
and
she is.
It turns out she is in Venice. And Sebastian's like, let's give it a week. I think she'll trust me in a week. It'll all work out. We're just hanging out in this cute little apartment that Valentine made. It goes wherever we want it to go.
And you'll never guess one of the stipulations for Valentine's bachelor pad is that Jace has to ask permission to go places from Sebastian, which is so funny to me. I was like, what, does he have to ask permission to go to the bathroom?
Probably.
But if he wants to leave the house, he has to ask permission.
Yes.
There is a bit of development between what has become my favorite couple, Simon and Isabel, where Isabel goes to Jordan's for some reason looking for Simon and doesn't find him, gets drunk, leaves a note on Simon's bed being like, come sleep with me at Magnus's. And they just spend a night just kind of holding each other and sleeping, which I thought was really sweet. Jordan and Maya, they have this thing where they're going to go see the Praetor Lupus out on Long Island because they need to get help for Luke because he's dying. And again, they're just more than friends, but that is going to be their little side thing.
And we get another check-in with Alex side quest as well. He's going to go talk to Camille again as he's weighing his options. And he's very interested in helping get what he wants from her, which is for more Magnus to be mortal again. And she basically says, like, I will help you if you kill Raphael instead of me. So...
Not even taking into account, does Magnus want to be mortal?
No, he's not using his communication skills.
Jocelyn and Isabel show up to Iron Sisters No Boys Allowed Palace. Sounds like an
Girls
amazing
only.
island. Girls only, like the island in Wonder Woman where it's just all women and their
Yeah.
whips. And they explain that the twinning soul ceremony makes one of the boys alpha, one the cuck, Jace is cuck. He does whatever Simon says. Again, he has to ask permission to leave the bachelor pad.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's
And they also say that they can't make a weapon for them. They need specifically the sword of Archangel Michael to be gifted to them by an angel. They can't call Raziel anymore, though, because they use the mortal instruments. And to be honest, they were never supposed to get away with calling him.
yeah. Like the whole thing is you're not supposed to like be able to summon angels. It's bad. They will
No,
smite
they got
you.
other things to do. They get pissed if you are calling them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I get they're flying around up there. They're busy. Jace, we have to mention, is definitely just still not acting like himself, and Clary's going along with it. We never really get an internal monologue about how Clary is really feeling about this version of Jace, which I'm bummed that we don't, because I feel like that would help develop her character a little bit more, because he's just like, let's go on a date, and she's like, sure!
It's so wild. It actually feels like she likes him more. And I know that that is cleared up at the end. She's so hesitant. She realizes it's not him. It takes her a really long time. There is no hesitancy. She has not seen Obsession. She is just going full speed ahead with this, which is
It's weird.
I don't
It's
feel
so
like he's
weird.
possessed. He's giving me weird vibes.
It's
I don't wanna be
it's so
touched.
bizarre. It's bad. Magnus is like, okay, maybe we don't summon an angel. Maybe we summon the demon Azazel instead. Let's get an Azzy for our Razzie, is what he said.
Azzy for our Razzie. We're swapping them. Swip swap.
And my favorite thing here is Simon finally lets everyone know, like, oh yeah, Clary's like gone. And I don't know where she is.
I think it's been 2 days too, which is so funny because
Which like also isn't her mom been like, where the fuck is my daughter?
I know. Well, as I said earlier or later, it's 3 days, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 days that she has been gone at this point.
Yeah.
So they are going to call Azazel up, and he is like, listen, I can neutralize Sebastian as a threat, but I want a memory from you guys. It's going to be a happy memory because I get bored. I want to watch TV. I want to watch your little memories. You're all going to forget it, and in return, I'll bring Sebastian back to hell. They willingly give up the memories. He plays his hand one more time. He goes, JK, I actually want freedom. If I do that.
Azazel tricked them. He's like, I can make a weapon. Then he's like, nah, I can't actually do that. But you guys could free me. I could get Sebastian, and then I would just like have him forever, and you guys could just have Jace. Like that seems fair, right?
That seems fair.
That seems fair, right? That's what you guys wanted. And they're like, no, that's not what we wanted. Why did we trust this demon that we summoned? Crazy.
Yeah. They're not about it.
We get a breakdown of Clary and Jace's Venice date, where they are drinking wine as teenagers, and they steal a boat kind of and make out as this boat has water in it, which is crazy because Venice's water is so dirty.
Yeah, and you know that it's just sloshing in that boat. Oh God.
Yeah, they probably both had sepsis after that.
Later that oh Jesus, yeah. She doesn't care though. She's there she goes.
Yeah, they're gonna go home. Sebastian's there with 2 ladies.
Yeah, Sebastian does run into Clary later the night after because she sees like a bloody handprint on the wall because one of the ladies he's with is a vampire. And he basically explains to her he's changed. Max's death was an accident. Luke was just self-preservation. And I did write down, sadly, the speech kind of works on me. I am susceptible to being manipulated because later on he has a speech as well, and it also does work on me. So, I gotta empathize with Clary at this point.
Yeah, again, Clary's young. She's naive. She's easily swayed. Clary has a dream of her pulling a knife on Jace, which is a nice shift from the last book where Jace was dreaming of pulling a knife on Clary. What a foundation to build a relationship on.
Take back your power, girl.
That's great for them.
One of my favorite scenes. Love it. Simon is staying at Magnus's again that night. Again, okay, sorry, 2 nights. Remember, 2 nights. We're in 3 days. This is when I pieced it together. He, despite admitting he's kind of running low on blood, and him and Isabel are making out, his fangs show up, and she's like, oh my god, just like feed on me. And I said a word for hottest scene, because they're just rolling and making out, and he does bite her, and she's loving it. Like, it's positively seems like she is orgasming, and it's great. It's awesome. And you know what? Okay, sorry. So that's the best one. I just need you guys to understand there are so many fucking kissing scenes in this book. I feel like I was reading at least 100 pages of the same shit.
Yeah,
So
and they're all the same is like the unfortunate thing. This one's different because there's blood involved, but every other kissing scene is the same. Cuck Jace.
We love blood play.
No.
No. We love blood
I'm trying to talk about Cuck Jace, Meggie, and you're on this blood plot line still.
That's because I'm an alpha. In the twinning ceremony, I would be alpha.
Sure, my guy.
I actually think between you and me, wait, okay. Who do you think would be alpha and beta between you and me? And I think there's such an obvious answer.
I don't think we would be linked the way Sebastian and Jace would be.
Okay, but who do you think? Go with your gut. Just say it.
That's hard. I don't know.
Laura, come on, just say it. I know you know what the answer is. I think it's so obvious.
I think like I'm more type A, so it would make sense for me to be the alpha, but
yeah, exactly. I would be the beta.
but I also am like, because like there's the thing, I'm thinking of the ritual as we saw it. It so depends on who does what in the ritual.
I guess that's so true, but I think you'd be alpha. I think I'd be beta for sure.
So Cuck J/Cuck Meggie are making breakfast for Clary and Sebastian, home sweet home. They're having a great time in this little apartment. And Sebastian asks Clary for a strength rune, and Sebastian has to this was insane to me. Sebastian has to take off his shirt to get the strength rune, and Clary in her head is comparing Jace's body to her brother's.
I know. Oh my god.
I was like, girl, what?
She's like, it's basically the same. And there's other comparisons that make a bit more sense. There's one where she notices that Sebastian has whip marks on his back and Jace doesn't. That one's neutral, but she does compare their bodies a lot.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So she's going to be taken on an errand with Jace and Sebastian. They haven't really let her know what they're doing, but she learns that they're going to this little demon shop, and they want this fancy metal called Adamus. And instead of getting it, they're just going to fight the guy for it instead.
Yeah, the shop owner is pretty adamant. He is a demon. He is not going to give it over because he thought Sebastian was coming alone. Clary fights and kills the shop owner, and she has turned a new leaf. She says fighting demons rock, and it seems she has tapped in completely to being a shadow hunter.
She said my 4 days of training have really paid off.
She keeps commenting on time slowing. She's moving crazy. She's so fast. So I guess the making out with Jason lightly training worked. Good for her.
And then very unhinged aftermath, like her shirt's so bloody. Jace has to give her a healing rune, and her brother gives her a sexy slip to change into.
Oh my god, yeah. He's like, this looks like it would fit you, and it's this black slip dress.
It's awful. Meanwhile, the group is able to get rid of Azazel because Simon, with his mark of Cain, steps into the pentagram on accident, but then gets
he's chasing the cat. The cat ran into the pentagram.
Classic cats. But also, why would you keep your cat around when you're summoning a demon? Do you think the cat had to give him a memory too?
Probably.
I hope not.
But luckily, his memory is probably just chasing a mouse. But
like,
Azazel does explain and give them the idea. He goes away. He doesn't explain this. Yeah. Gives them the idea that they could actually summon an angel, since Azazel was very scared of Simon having the mark of Cain. Maybe an angel will be too.
Yeah. So, and Magnus takes another opportunity here to be like, the Dark War is coming, which for sure. For sure. The rule of threes, baby. We're 2 out of 3. So they're gonna plan for summoning an angel instead. They're like, we got to get a Razzie to replace this Azzy.
Yes, exactly.
Meanwhile, Clary and Jace and Sebastian are gonna go to a club and they're gonna dance.
Oh yeah, and they're also gonna take drugs. And Clary's like, I haven't done drugs before, and it's drugs that's like raining from the ceiling too.
I wonder if like Cassandra Clare just got annoyed writing teenagers, because she was like, and everybody gets drunk this book and everybody does drugs this book.
Yeah, they do drugs, and then they go into this room that I was imagining was red lit. There's a curtain going in there. Jace
Yeah.
fully picks up Clary, rams her into a wall, so her legs are wrapped around him, and they're making out. Again, not a single thought has passed. Maybe my boyfriend's a demon. He's
Yeah,
possessed,
she
clearly.
hasn't even considered, like, Jace really still isn't acting like himself.
Again, she's
But
living bigger with this. I mean, she's
she's
taking
like, this
drugs.
Jace is nice to me and doesn't pull knives on me, so I guess it's chill.
I guess.
Clary does end up stopping Jace because she's simply too high. And when she looks up, she sees the entire club is covered in blood. So she's going to pass out.
She's going to pass out, one of her favorite activities to do.
Yep.
And when she wakes up, she follows Sebastian to some courtyard. She also does realize her fairy ring is missing.
Gone.
Probably lost it in the club.
On page 329, Luke is finally out of the Wolfpack infirmary, and everyone's going to take an opportunity to fill him in on what's gone on this book, which I was like, this is unnecessary, but okay.
I love that you put that down. I literally forgot about Luke. I didn't put him anywhere in my notes.
I'm mad. I think I thought this was going to pay off, and then it never did. And I was like, why the fuck did we need this? But okay.
We did have to let the people know, though, that Luke is alive. And that's all. He'll fight later on. So Clary, following Sebastian to this courtyard, overhears some demons being like, oh, Sebastian, that sexy, sexy beast. He's going to lead us to victory. He's going to liberate us. And then we're going to kill Jace last. Plots out the entire plan.
I also picture this as like Clary's walking into a room, realizes there's demons there, and then just tries to walk right out. But they attack her instead. She's like, oh, nope, not supposed to be here.
There were so many rooms she could have chose. She chose this one. And the demons chase her. And Sebastian actually ends up saving her. But the demons get some poison on her. So Sebastian treats her in the park. She wakes up. He, convincingly to me, again, is like, you're the last of my family. Obviously, I care about you. And I knew you were going to follow me. This was a test. I'm gaining the trust of the demons.
And he says, the demon blood war is coming. A great way to end this conversation.
He's trying to destroy the demons, basically, is what his cover is. And then he brings her to get apparently amazing hot chocolate in Paris.
Crazy. I didn't write the hot chocolate part down, so we're really covering each other's losses here. The group is prepping to summon Raziel at Luke's farm somewhere on the outskirts of New York City. That's what they're doing. That's great. Because they need a lot of room. Like, because he's too big. Which, like, I don't remember Raziel being 60 feet tall in the third book. Do you? I thought he was, like, maybe, like, 15 feet. But they're literally like, no, we need so much space. He's 50 to 60 feet tall.
I didn't realize that he was that tall either. But, I mean, hats off to him. He should put that on his Hinge profile.
Yeah, or his grinder.
Sebastian and Clary are going to meet up with Jace after they have this conversation about, I don't know, being siblings, him wondering if she would love him if they were brought up together.
Yeah.
Him insisting, he also loves to insist that they're the same because he's like, you're just like your mom, and she just kind of left my dad in the dust for a while.
Yeah, he's like, I killed people without caring about it. You killed Valentine, and you don't seem really traumatized by that. And she's like,
your dad, and you don't care. Exactly. That's crazy. So they go to this place where a disgraced Iron Sister who aligned with Valentine is. They drop off the heavenly medal for her because she is going to make a second mortal cup for them. Their plan is to lure demons with the promise of making demon shadow hunters and then kill the demons. And the Clave will understand that Jace and Sebastian are so powerful and they'll listen to them. So they want power, but it's kind of fine. It's like very neutral evil, I would say.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, they're gonna try and do something good for once. But back at home, Jace starts kissing Clary out of nowhere. We see this scene 100 times, and then she's like, no, you need to stop. It's too much. And so Jace has to take a cold shower and apologize instead. And then while they're on the gang who's going to summon Razzie, they're on their way to the farm, and they're spending the car ride talking about what it's like to be gay, which...
They really do, because there's a scene where Simon comes out to his sister, and his sister's like, I love you. It's fine that you're a vampire. And I guess that equates to him having the conversation with Alec about being gay. And Isabel is like, I would have stood up for you. And Alec does the thing where he just lists off what a microaggression is. And I guess everyone understands intersectionalism now.
Yeah, they're like, wow, this is a really great and informative drive. Clary
Yeah.
is half asleep and she hears Jace and Sebastian talking about the cup vaguely, and it's not really lining up with what she was told about the cup originally.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
before she, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I'm excited.
Oh, because before like Clary can like really like register it, Jace is gonna wake her up, and Jace is not Sebastian and Jace anymore. He is Jace, and his Lilith mark has been charred by a knife, and he's covered in blood.
He is, yes, because when he went to go pick up the mortal cup from the
Magdalena, the Iron
Magdalena,
Sister.
the Iron Sister, he had to kill her, sadly, and she attacked him with something that kind of severed the rune for a bit, and he doesn't know how long he's going to be like this. So he's kissing Clary. It seems like Clary's like, this is my opportunity. I should try to fuck him. They don't do that because he, again, is like, well, what if I come too as evil me while I'm inside of you? So
We're
basically,
learning,
it's a
we're learning about consent this book as well,
yes,
and
we're
like
learning both
Jace,
the pros and the cons, the
and
evil side and the light side of
and
it.
Jace fully confirms the guy that she has been kissing and doing stuff with is not him. And she does not seem like sad about that. She's like, oh.
Yes, okay, so his plan is, I'm going to go to the clave, I'm going to turn myself in, I'm going to bring the cup, I want to sacrifice my life to end this. And she doesn't want him to die, so she runs out into the kitchen and she starts yelling for Sebastian to come
She
down.
outs him. It's so messed up. I was like, girl, you can find anybody else to lose your virginity to. Oh my God.
Oh my god, I know. Like, why are you doing this? So Sebastian's thrilled, obviously. He's like,
Yeah.
okay, I see you're on my side.
Yeah.
Tonight is when we're gonna raise the demons, and you know what? You've earned a place by my side, Chica.
Yeah.
Come on.
Meanwhile, at the upstate farm in New York, Simon's prepping to call Razzie with his mark of Cain. He does not tell you I love you to Isabel, which is a mistake. But he summons Razzie, and Razzie's like, what if you just killed them both and moved the fuck on? This is stupid. Which actually, though,
I must say, the angel has a tremendous sense of humor.
I love Razziel. He's also a very good character.
He really is. He's like, stop fucking calling me.
Yeah,
And
he's like, I'm busy.
Simon is like, look at this. I got the mark of Cain on my forehead. I'm going to keep knocking on your door. So, because you can't do anything to me. Raziel's like, you should definitely not have a mark of heaven on you. That's crazy. So, you know what? I will give you the sword of Michael, but I'm taking that mark of Cain off your forehead.
And Simon's
Snatching
like,
it back.
deal. So Simon's going to yield this sword into battle, and Sebastian's prepping Clary for the ceremony, the ritual, and she snoops in his room and finds her ring, and she tells Simon everything the moment that she can.
Yeah, she's like, I know where Sebastian's going to resurrect all the demons. It's like the 7th sacred site in Europe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing. Simon is like, we have a means to kill him. That's great. Sebastian, though, rips that little ring off her finger. I'm trying to connect words. And is like, you don't think the fairy queen has her own ring? And is also telling me what you're saying? Think again. Also, you slut. I can feel when you run your nails down Jace's back. Turns, shows her his back, these nail marks that just haven't healed from when she was making out with Jace. And
Yeah, so
come on, we were so close to being out of it.
So like real like incest trigger warning if that bothers anybody. Sebastian really basically lays it out that her hooking up with Jace is her hooking up with Sebastian.
And he says something a little later, which is crazy, which is, did Jace show you a good time? Because I would, in regards to screwing his sister.
But we also know that Jace and her haven't like fully had sex yet. So
this is actually a really good time. I remember this to pause. Someone in my DMs told me that in high school, his girlfriend would read passages from this book and then they would have sex, and he didn't realize what the book was about until we started talking about it. So I guess incest does work for some people.
Ah.
Crazy stuff.
And also while Sebastian is telling her like he would have shown her a good time, he's saying they belong together, he kisses her, and like Clary is trying to like fight him, but he says he's gonna force her to be by his side. Ew.
Oh my god, it goes from bad to worse, guys, because his quote fingers go in her jean waistband and she feels that
I
he
didn't even
wants
write that
her.
down. I didn't want to relive it. It's
And
so
he's
gross.
quoting some Bible verse about King Solomon and wanting to date your sister. Oh no, I needed everyone else to know what this was so they
Yeah.
never have to read it and they don't
Yeah,
have to
please
go after
skip
it.
this one. So Sebastian whisks Clary off to his ritual site. Meanwhile, Alec, Isabel, Simon, Magnus, the whole group are trying to rally shadow hunters to come find Clary. So they're all prepping to portal there. And Clary does admit to Sebastian as they're like standing at this site that she did use a room to destroy the apartment while they were fighting. So he can't go back there.
Exactly. And I don't know, they fight and she's like bloodied and he is like, I'll deal with you after the ceremony. Isabel and Alec, they tell their mom at the institute they're trying to round up as many people as possible.
Yeah.
That they're gonna go fight. Marzi is saying it's a bit of a dilemma because if they don't tell the Clave where Jace is, they're gonna be stripped of their marks, they're gonna lose everything. And Jace is going to be killed either way. Ultimately, she does join them, but
Yeah, but she's like,
it's high
but she
risk.
also hates her husband who's trying to become the new Inquisitor. So I think she's like, maybe this is my out.
Maybe this is my fuck you to my husband who cheated on me. Remind
Oof.
you.
Meanwhile, ceremony time. Jace does his little type 5 to the shadow hunters on Valentine's side that are now on
Pretty
Sebastian's
effective
side.
leader, yeah.
And then Sebastian's gonna talk to them, be like, guys, I'm imagining very like tech bro CEO telling everybody what a good quarter it's been.
Honestly, that's really good. You get the sales guy who's like a smooth talker, and then you get the
Yeah.
CEO who has never had a one-on-one conversation with someone, and they just, I guess, are riffing.
And Clary's gonna try. She really got through to him last book. She was able to convince Jace to like come too, but she tries again to be like, Jace, I know you're in there. He's not in there. It does not work. And Sebastian fully summons Lilith.
He does. And what's worse is he has some hostages with him. He has some Nephilim shadow hunters who are really thrilled about being dark shadow hunters. But one of these hostages is a Mantis. And so once Lilith pours her blood in the mortal cup, she is the first one up and she is going to be forced to drink it. So she's bad guy now.
Yeah. So she's a bad guy now. Super bummer. The group of shadow hunters who are gonna fight Sebastian, they're showing up right as this ceremony is ending. I really am sad that they couldn't come like halfway through. They're like, nope, the last little sip is about to be supped, and they are
Wait, was
there.
it? Because I thought it was at the beginning. I didn't know how to read this one.
I think it's towards the end because he's a like or maybe I just wrote my note wrong because I have it as the ceremony's ending and they've gotten through most of the people. But
Got it. Because I thought a Mantis was like fighting the guy who turned her, and then like the arrow goes into his throat, and then Alec and them are like, "We're here, we're queer, we're excited to fight."
well, Mattis either way starts fighting Magnus instead. She's like new target initiated.
Oh my god, I know, and she stabs him.
Yeah, that sucks for them. Clary is about to be force fed the cup as this riot is breaking out, and she's able to get out of Sebastian's grasp and enter the fight.
Yeah, she slams her head into Jace. Jace lets go. She runs into battle. Clary runs to Simon, and Simon can tell that she's in Shadowhunter mode after her 4 days of training. She goes, "Give me the sword," because he's been entrusted with the sword of Michael.
Yeah, I thought this was a weird choice. I really thought Simon was supposed to wield the sword because it was given to him. But, and even Isabel said, like, no, this is your sword. Like, you need to do this.
I guess there's a plot hole to everything. Clary has the sword now. She can't get to Sebastian, and she's just going to take a chance at stabbing Jace through the chest, because apparently the stipulation with the sword is it's going to take the evil out of the better person and just eliminate the evil in the really evil person. but I actually don't know if that was ever communicated to her. Like, I don't know if
No.
Simon had time to say that with the ring. I think she fully was like, fuck my boyfriend. I'm over it.
Yeah. So instead of a normal sword where like it would just like kind of go through Jace and he would collapse, he erupts in a field of heavenly fire.
Yeah, he's on fire now. This,
And also we do note here that like Sebastian is like screaming with this as well, because like this has affected him as well. It's severing that tie. And meanwhile, Alec is going to tend to Magnus. He's going to be okay. And
yeah, he
Clary's
gets
like
his
tending
power.
to Jace's now like burnt to a crisp body. And Jocelyn's like, girl, he's dead. But he's not.
But
He's
Jace
not.
doesn't die. He gets a flicker of his eyelash.
I wonder if Jocelyn was like, fuck, he's still.
She's like, gotta go back to the drawing board.
She's like, we gotta go home. He's dead. Let's leave. Come on.
We get an epilogue, and it's, of course, about 30 pages. Jace wakes up at the Institute. Everyone's thrilled about it, but he can't see Clary just yet while he heals Silent Brother's orders. He also doesn't want to see Clary
He
just
also
yet.
glows now. We have to emphasize that he's a glowing entity now.
Do you think he glows in the dark?
I
He's
mean, I
got
feel like
to.
if he's glowing in the light, he's probably glowing in the dark.
He does, yeah. He's got, and it glows in a way where he can almost strip away all of his skin and see the bone inside of him, like a skeleton, and his skeleton is golden.
He's
Now.
got X-ray skin, which is cool, I guess.
He's got X-ray skin. Magnus meets Alec in the abandoned subway station. Alec is fully showing up to the subway station, going to tell Camille, deal's off, I don't want Magnus to be mortal. And Magnus is like, I knew you were cutting a deal with Camille to make me mortal the whole time and cut my life short. I was actually going to go look for the Book of the White to do it myself because I wanted to grow old with you, but you really fucked up now, so we
Yeah.
cannot be together.
And meanwhile, Alec is so upset by this that instead of pleading with Magnus or anything, he's like, I'm gonna go kill Camille now because this is all her fault.
I know. It's so like they kiss and they say goodbye and it's very cordial and he's just gonna go
He's
kill.
going sicko mode. But when he goes to kill Camille, he finds 14-year-old Maureen there instead, and she has already killed Camille, and she is now in charge of vampires. So
Yeah, she's the head, this 14-year-old girl, head of the New York Vampires. Woo! My favorite baseball team. So Jace is the Human Torch. He burns people. He really doesn't want Clary to show up because he's like, what if I burn you? And what if I'm inside of you and I burn you?
I mean, like, he actually does like have that
They're
conversation.
gonna have sex in the 6th book, is what I'm getting from this.
Yeah.
And this ends with Marzi Lightwood showing the Silent Brothers a slashed angel wing has been thrown into the Institute house, and it's a gift from Sebastian saying he is coming. And you'll never guess it, so is war.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys got the light hinting of a war coming,
but it's coming.
It's a coming, and I don't think there's any better way to wrap up this episode than with our top 5.
Laura had an incredible idea for this top 5, which is top 5 throuple dates Clary can take Sebastian and Jace on. And it's
like,
so funny.
Let's call it what it is. It's a throuple, and number 5 is, Meggie and I always love to throw this in the top 5. They could go to a water park.
Yeah, they can both get their wish of almost seeing Clary naked.
Yeah,
Maybe she's wearing a bikini.
And maybe they three-way kiss at the end. Who knows?
They three-way kiss at the end. Number 4, Pasta Augusto, famously located in Chicago, the bedrock of Laura and I's location. I would say love story.
Mm-hmm.
They should go to Pasta Augusto, and maybe they can three-way kiss at the end.
Number 3, they can bring it back to theaters. They're gonna go see Challengers in the movie theaters, and they're probably gonna three-way kiss a little after.
Yeah, I think they might just a little. Number 2, put those vests on. They're gonna play some laser tag, and I don't know, maybe for a treat they could three-way kiss at the end.
And then the final number, coming in at number 1, a great activity for shadow hunters, we can imagine, is tandem bike for 3 people, and probably three-way kiss a little bit after that.
I really think a three-way kiss is going to happen. And that is our episode on the 5th book. And the
Yeah.
5th book's name is Lost Souls. Hey, I'm
The
cooking.
City of Lost
The
Souls.
City of Lost Souls.
And I'll say it, Jace was lost in every city they went to. So
he really was. Get that boy a map. Get him a map.
hooray.
And if you don't want to be lost, you should follow us
Aw.
into the future now and forever. Meggie and Laura present, I think, on Instagram. You know, Meggie and Laura present at gmail.com. And you know what? We just got a 5-star review on Apple Podcast from someone, and that was really sweet to remember that actual people are out there listening.
Yes.
So do give us reviews. We do
Please.
see them, and we really appreciate them, and we take them into account when we
Yes. No,
do our
give
end
us
of the year
recommendations.
list.
Somebody recommended a series for us that we have to look into. So that's all we're
Yeah,
saying.
we love you guys. We'll see you for the
The
behemoth
penultimate.
the 700-page book next week.
That's gonna be so long. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to talk about it with you, Meg. And goodbye, everyone.